Welcome back everyone to Software Inc. And as I said, I've had a rejig of our building. Okay, I've not changed the colours of the walls or anything yet, they're all the same colour, but I think this is a much better layout. So I did this off camera just kind of to get it out of the way, see what you guys think, and then I guess in future if we're doing anything interesting I will probably do it on a time lapse as well, because as we get bigger, I mean, I don't know how much land we can buy here, but I'm assuming it's a fair amount. We're going to have a huge place, I can imagine it. And it's more than one floor as well. So you can go up and you can go down. Wow, it's noisy down there. So basically what I've done is, I think if we turn on labels. So we have a marketing room and a core team currently. Now the core team are going to be the designers and the programmers and the artists. Now eventually we're going to have separate teams. So we're going to have a look at making our first operating system. That's going to require us to probably hire a few more people, and we'll more than likely end up making us use this space, and then if the operating system is fairly successful, then we'll probably expand again. So it's going to be kind of an ongoing thing. I do definitely need to change some of the colours in here, but yeah, that's neither here or there at the moment. Okay, so if we have a look at develop software, I think I've got some people out on training, so before I do that, I'll have to check. So, just a basic operating system without changing anything here, so we're not adding anything else. It recommends 2 designers, 3 programmers and 1 artist, with a 30% expected interest, which isn't very high. The innovation is very low, stability is very high. This is kind of what they're predicting. But it's 138 million customer reach, potentially. So the better we make it, the more of these customers we can take advantage of. So, how do we get that interest? See, that multi-threading made the interest a lot higher. I don't think the amount of... the reach didn't go up. So expected interest is 85% if I add all those things in. If I add 8-bit audio, multitasking, 3D rendering... Okay, it's going to take about 4 years and a lot of people to do it, but the interest is 100%. But for a start, I don't think I have anyone trained on 3D, so we can't do that. QA, well, we don't currently have a QA team, but we can probably work with that. So this is 85% expected interest. Again, that's a lot of people that we can't really necessarily hire. So what can we take away? Well, GUI we definitely need. Input system we're going to need. See that multi-threading? I think it's going to take 2 years. I think we'll go with that. So, based on what Klaus said, we're going to call it MuffalOS. So, yeah, from RimWorld, because me and MuffalOS got on very well. And I think that's brilliant. So it's going to be a computer operating system, £156. That's what it's suggested as a price. Let's do it as $99.99. Make it a little bit cheaper than what they're expecting. Original IP. Don't think we need that. There's nothing else because we don't need any other dependencies. There's no other operating system we depend on. So we need 4 designers and 6 programmers. So I don't want to market it just yet. So I think I have people on holiday, but what we can do is let's have a look. Who are you? You're the artist. So you might actually do some stuff. Who else is coming in? This might be my marketing team. It is. And I need to start renaming people. There's not enough car parking spaces, yeah. So we need to do that. The artist isn't currently doing anything because they don't have the design skill. So let's pause the game. So manage staff. Actually, how old was the artist now? 58. Now, I was told they retire at 60, so I'm not really going to send them for any more training. That'd just be crazy. So, hire employees. We want some designers. Specialization. Let's go with system. And let's spend some money on it. Because we've almost got 1 million, so why not? Compatibility, good. What have we got here for skill? Is anything that's... Wow. Not much. What about normal? 60%, 65%. Let's try again. Great skill. Design, it's not too bad. It's not too bad either. We can train these people as long as they're of a decent age. I mean, 24 is not too bad. I think we'll probably go with you. We will hire you. And we then need at least another designer, I think. Was it a programmer? Sorry, a programmer. Salary, that's fine. Specialization system. I think, again, that might be okay. I could be doing this completely wrong. We're going to find out soon. Compatibility is really tough, isn't it? 65%. That one's not too bad. So we'll go with you. Okay, so I'm guessing everyone else is away for training. So that would explain why not much is happening. So this day is going to be a bit of a null day. Let's get cleaning in. I could actually. I pause it. Oh, please not have their social needs met. Canteens, team meetings, and furniture. Socializing can help. An open working environment. Ah, is this because I've made these cubicles? I see. We don't have a canteen. Wow, lots of things to consider, really. I'm guessing that's the cleaner. Quickly, let's buy a little bit more land. And just add a few more parking spaces. Was that 76,000? My goodness. Nothing is cheap, is it? Let's build a road this way, and parking. I think it's horizontal we were using. There we go. Ready for when people come back. So the cubicles obviously don't make people very happy. Interesting. I suppose you are kind of segregated, even though you could lean back in your chair and just have a conversation with someone. Right, there we go. We come to the end of the day, so I think most people should be back today, hopefully. 3 employees went on vacation, that's just wonderful. So who have we got here now? We got me, I'm back. So I think I did some training. We got Deborah, who's back. And Gavin Kelly, you're a new person. And this one looks like Bob Ross, the big hair. Although, I think they're dark skinned, yes they are. Alvaro Cooper, so they're all working on this currently. This place looks nice. Are you going to the toilet again? Oh, you're going for a snack, that's fine. So, if we have a look at manage employees, I did some training, so no 3D training, but I've got quite a lot of skill on designing and coding now. 3D is definitely going to be the next thing for me. The artist doesn't have any 3D, so while we're not using her, maybe, I know she's going soon, but if we educate her in art and in 3D, at least she's doing something for us at the moment. What else have we got? So, you're not doing too bad. Again, you could do some system and audio training. Marketer, it's not got anything because they don't. These two, okay, so I guess once the design phase is over, we send them off for some training. And they are currently, yeah, like, they could do a little bit of training all around. We could probably do with another person. Let's have a look. I'm hoping we can afford all this. So I would say maybe another designer. Oh no, I did that wrong. Hey. The wrong thing. It's this one, isn't it? Yep. That's the one. Designer. Begin looking. Here we go. Great compatibility. 56%. That's not too bad. Is there anything better? Not really. Designing. Yeah, not too bad. We'll take you. Although I think we might be short of a desk. Is somebody off sick or on holiday? Oh, yeah, we will need another desk eventually. Okay, let's speed things up. So my entire marketing team is on holiday, which is kind of good in a roundabout way. The system side of things is going up quite quick. 2D not so much. This is going to take a fair amount of time, I think. Let's end the day. And there's our new person. Right. Oh, there is enough to... God, the floor. Do you know what? We might actually need a cleaner. Full stop. Rather than just calling cleaning like this constantly. It might make a little bit more sense. And the marketing team is back. I could have them market it, but we're so kind of far behind. Another thing I could have them do is training, but I suppose their job is primarily to market, so even if they could do some of this work, would it be worth it? I mean, maybe for times like now. What skills do they have? No, not that one. Manage people. Tiny bit of designing and a tiny bit of coding. I don't think that's worth it at all. We're getting there though. This is not too bad. It's a system. We could do with a 2D designer though. I wonder. Let's pause the game. If we... Is it this one? I don't know. It's a way of selecting all of it, isn't it? Is it that? Yeah, that kind of does it. So if we rotate you around, and if we move you, move furniture, put you here, and if we duplicate you again, perfect, and we'll duplicate you. If I'd have done that right in the first place, get my finger on shift, there we go. So we can hire another person and then that leaves a space for my artist as well, I think. Why do I keep clicking on that one? I don't know why. No, put that back here. We need a designer and we're going to go with 2D. Great compatibility. What have we got? 50%. Are you the best? 46. Okay. Well, I think, we'll take you. You're young. We can train you. Perfect. Right, let's get going. Do you know what? I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. We'll try and get a little bit further along in this, and then I'll be right back with you. Okay, we're back. So we've finally got to the very end of it. The system just dropped there for a tiny bit. I don't know why. That's a little bit odd, isn't it? Let's just have a quick speed up. That's really weird. So we can now switch over to the development stage. Kubri's not working on MuffalOS, but he's not competent in art and might delay the release. He's working on art. Okay. Guess we need to work on you. We can also now get the marketing team involved a little bit, I think. Now, we've used about £300,000 so far, so bearing in mind we've got more people, and I've hired a cleaner permanently, who is sat there currently. So the marketing team can work on that. And I just noticed this, obviously, I've seen it in the past. Green is obviously you're making a profit, red is obviously you're not. But it's quite interesting just to have a look at it. So this is my money where it shot up, and now it's starting to slowly trickle down. The cost of education, bills, contracts, there's loads of different things in here, which is quite cool. So last month I lost £20,000, so that's not too bad. And a net profit of minus 17,000 over the last 6 months. So I don't think it's that bad. I think once this comes out we will make money, but I'm not too sure how much. In fact, let me speed that up. I'm not too sure how much money we're going to make. It'd be interesting to actually see. And I probably should have done this in the first place. An employee is stressed. Make sure you don't overwork them with too many tasks and long working hours. Build a canteen and send them home when they're completely stressed out. Click to view. Oh, they're going home anyway. Oh yeah, stress, here we are. Yep. I guess I need to build a canteen. What was I going to do? I was going to look at software, yeah. So we're making an OS. Can I stretch this box? I can. So what I probably should have done is brought all the operating systems up and had a look what my competitors are. So we are making a... Okay, it would have been nice if they'd aligned all the operating systems up together as for computers and not separate them between the two. So we're looking at 1.9 million users. I think is that the biggest one right now? These are all console ones, computers. So really, what's the most active users on anything? Is INT5. So this is our main competitor. It's from 1982. We're currently in 1985. It doesn't mean that they're not working on their next version. Wow. I mean, they charged almost £200 for it, and we went for $99.99, I think. But they made £277 million worth of profit. That's insane. I mean, now we could buy some of these other companies if we really wanted to. So that's another thing that we can look into later on. And if you buy the companies, you get access to some of their things. So if, for example, if I can see anything, let's switch this to outstanding. So this, oh, that was me. So this one, for example, outstanding, made 6 million profit. 8 active users. It's probably from, it's from quite a while ago. But sometimes there's certain things you can buy and then redevelop. And because it has like a history, you're going to make more money for it. What else have we got? 1982, outstanding. That's not too bad. What can we actually get into these? There is a way of accessing the companies. I'm just not. Deals, no. All companies. Aha, there we go. So I can buy stock in them if I really want to. So I could buy stock in myself, which I'm not too sure why I would do that. I'm not 100% on stock market and things. So this one owns shares in various companies. I could buy shares in them, but they cost an absolute fortune, as you can see. Is there a... So these, you got fans. So this one is the biggest company from a fan point of view. But they're not the richest. How much is their stock? 20 million. What about this one? 103 million. Now, because it has got more fans, you would kind of be buying stock in this one before you would for this one, in my opinion, even though it's worth so much more. Because if it's got a higher fan base, potentially it's going to overtake. So, okay, let's carry on anyway. I'm just wittering away. I'm just kind of trying to figure some of these things out. Upcoming releases. Oh! Now, I didn't see that. So, we're looking for operating systems for computer... Ah, there we go. INT6. So, I said they might be on it. And they are. And they're looking for December this year. So, it'll be interesting to see how they do. What else have we got, computer-wise? 1988. And Optic 6, 1985 as well. So this is going to come out before this one. It'll be interesting to see. I'm not too sure when ours is going to be released. I don't think. There's no real way to see. Though money is starting to dwindle. Now if I'm really worried about money, I could do contract work quite easily. Just to bring it back up. So the general progress is full. They're working on a bit of 2D. And a little bit of system. Now most of these people are fairly competent in this, and I think I have enough people to get it done. I've probably got quite a few more people. I'm guessing the 2D is being done by the artist, because they are working currently. I'll know as soon as that 2D gets to the end. I'm wondering if the red... Because you've got two sides to 2D. There's the red side and the green side. I'm wondering what the red means. I wonder if that's art and the green is programming. I'll know soon. Where's the artist? The artist has stopped working, so the red must be to do with artwork, and the green must be to do with programming. You are the artist, aren't you? Yes, you are. Wow, it takes so long. This is unbelievable. So, I mean, how much are we getting through in a day? So we're coming up to the halfway mark. Let's see how far we go. I'm not saying anything like this should be a quick process anyway. I mean, I could have a bigger team, but imagine if we had added 3D into this and all the other bits that go with it, you could have an immensely huge team. And I can see how the game could get difficult, because my initial thoughts were, wow, I made almost 1 million just like that. Seems quite easy, but when you're trying to target the big bucks, you're going to need a huge team. You're going to need to think about training. You're going to need to think about the insurance as well, wherever that one is. It's here somewhere. I'm sure it is. Insurance policies. So you got to pay them when they're sick, for when they retire, and all these other different things. I ain't going to put any more money in there just yet. Not at least. How much was in there? Because they're using it every time they go sick, I'm guessing. 67,000. So when we make some more money, we will definitely work on that. Is everyone on holiday? Yes, it's July, so there's just me currently working, which is not too bad. I'm doing quite well on my own. So yeah, there's a lot to think about, and we need a canteen as well now, which means I'm going to need to hire a chef as well. We're probably going to need some maintenance at some point. And I have noticed the lights flicker when they get kind of worn out. Plants don't need any work doing on them. No, I know there's a reception desk and you can hire a receptionist, but I'm not too sure what that does for us, so I'm not really bothered about that right now. It doesn't seem to make too much of a difference. Right, everybody has come back, I think. The marketers are not doing anything. Let's do a little bit more marketing, seeing as we're getting there. Start that campaign. Did that not work? Market. Oh, you can't market in the alpha phase. Okay, that's fair enough. I get that. I would like to see if we can get this out. We're not going to be too far off it. I want to do it in this episode if possible. It's been a while since you released a product of type Office software default. Your fans are noticing. Okay, so I guess that's the next thing that we have to work on. Business reputation. Your fans... Sorry, try that again. Fans have no direct impact on your sales, but having more fans will make it easier to gain market recognition. Hence why I think that smiley face is kind of mute almost, because I've not released anything recently for that, and I've never released an operating system. So there's no face for that whatsoever. So you have to be known for something specific, I guess. Right, here we go. Almost there. It is outstanding already. Let's pause the game. So let's promote that. Can I market it at this stage or not? No. So we're currently bug fixing. This is going to take probably a day or two, I would have thought. But I know when they release, the marketing will get kicked back in again. Okay, so we're almost, I think we're actually there. We are there. Let me pause the game a second, because remember in I think it was December 1985. This one? I think it was. They were going to release, I forget what the name of the operating system was now. Let's have a look. There we go, Optic 6. So they've released it. They've made 19 million from it so far. So we're literally going to be releasing ours straight after. So it'll be interesting to see what actually happens. Whether or not we're going to do so well. So yes, we do want to market. We're going to do everything. We're going to start campaign. And if we assign that to core, it is assigned to core. Let's see what happens. We've only got 2 people in our marketing team. I do wonder if that makes a difference. Okay, no tickets in queue. So we are dealing with any problems as soon as they happen. So currently we're looking at a net loss of £2,000. 137,000. Okay, that's not quite, paid off for what we've actually spent on it, but that's a start so far. Your product has been reviewed. MuffalOS is a masterpiece. It's a beautiful piece of engineering. We highly recommend Goat Killer. Lovely. So let's have a look at all software. So operating systems. I've got 1,500 users. They got 105,000. Mine's £100. Theirs is £200. Yeah, let's see. We probably need more marketing people. I'm not too sure what the difference is. We're dealing with any bugs straight away, but bearing in mind we haven't got tons of active users. Now I'm hoping maybe it was a bad time to release it. Yeah, we're not making that much money at all. The money is going down. Wow. So it's outstanding, but it's not really got the reach. The profit isn't there. I wonder if, pause the game, if I hire another marketeer, will it make a difference? Let's have a look. What if we got 60%? Let's hire you. I don't know, we don't want to look again. I don't know if they will start today or not. No, they won't. So 112,000. The money's going down. It's like the interest has gone to all those years of working on that piece of software. And that's it. That's nuts. Wow. To say I'm a little bit gutted about that. I wonder if it's to do with when we released it though. It could be. Because they made an absolute killing on that. So unless it, maybe it offers something different. What's it got that we don't have? So, let's see. Is there a way of finding out used in features? Aha. QA, multitasking, GUI, multi-threading, PC speaker. So, we offer exactly the same thing. That could be why. Well, that sucks. I guess the next best thing for us to do is if we work on something we've already worked on before. So some office software. I think is it Word that we worked on? Is there a way? Am I word processor? Yeah. Original IP. Is that switch this across? Yes. Okay. Does that mean it's... Yeah, it's a sequel to that. So we can do auto layout, presentation. So we'll literally clip art. We can stick that in as well. Scripting. We've got all that. Price. Yeah, we'll leave it as it is. So it was just called Word, wasn't it? So we will call it Word 2.0. 2D editor. We need to actually work on another 2D editor as well at some point, but we'll use our own for the moment. Where do we pick the operating system? Can we add more than one? Because I want people to use ours. This has still got the most, but this is catching up. So how much is it going to cost for me to license that? 4,500. Let's add 5 as well, and we will stick our own in there. That makes sense, doesn't it? So less than a year? That's not too bad. Expected interest isn't hugely high, but let's do it anyway. Could do a marketing campaign, keep them busy. Let's go for that. I think that's going down, so let's end that. This is absolutely pointless doing it. Anyway, I think I'm going to end the episode here. Slightly disappointed. We have made some money, so it's not too bad. We're almost back where we started, but we have our first operating system out there, which means... Oh, there's no thoughts about that currently. But I think if we redevelop an audio tool, a 2D editor, and our Office software, because people have been watching for that, and then maybe, potentially, we can go on building the next operating system. Yeah, see, they're going on about that. But we need to train our people a lot more, because we want to bring out something that the market doesn't have. Something much, much better. So, that's what I'm thinking anyway. But, on that note, until next time, as always, take care.